Hey Turkish Club, we're going to go through a single arm dumbbell complex today. Now what that means is we're going to go through 4 movements. We're going to do 8 reps on each movement. Okay, we're going to be switching back and forth from either the arm or the leg. And then those 4 exercises are going to be a single arm snatch, a overhead reverse lunge, a single arm thruster, and then a Turkish Get Up. Now the Turkish Get Up is going to take a little bit longer just because of how slow the movement is, but those other movements there, you're going to move through pretty fast, okay? The overhead reverse lunge, when you get to that, if you cannot stabilize the weight overhead while lunging back with this leg and coming back up, okay, go ahead and regress that, or we call scale it. Scale it to your ability, to whether you're holding it up here on that top shoulder or just simply go back down to the side, okay? Because the goal here right now is just to be constantly moving and just kind of get that volume in with the reps. And as time progresses and as your overhead mobility improves and stability and strength, that's when you can kind of pump that up and see if you can kind of just work with that, okay? It might add just a little bit more fatigue to the shoulder, but give it a shot, okay? So what we're gonna do is go from one exercise to the next, 8 reps, 8 reps, 8 reps, 8 reps. We're gonna rest, okay? And then I will explain the rest and recovery as far as what we're looking for and then how to scale this and how to increase or decrease volume and how to work with that, okay? So I'm gonna go through each movement here, front view, and then when we get rolling on the circuit, I'll go through the entire circuit just again so you can see the tempo, see the cadence, and see how long it takes, okay? So, first exercise is a single arm dumbbell snatch. So you have the weight in hand, you're gonna drop down, go just below the knees, here, pop it up, back down, pop it up. You'll get 8 there, we'll switch, here, drop, pull, okay? It is a really aggressive hip drive, hip snap, and then a punch through with the arm. You're using the shoulders a little bit, but you're mostly using the legs to drive this up, okay? Next exercise, overhead reverse lunge. So, you go back to the right arm, or whichever arm you started, okay? We're gonna lunge down, come back, lunge down, come back. Again, if we cannot stabilize this overhead, bring it to the shoulder, you can either flip it up or turn it this way, and we lunge down, come back, or the next scaled version is bring it to your side, lunging it down that way, okay? Do what's gonna work for you, do what's gonna allow you to get the reps in, okay? Single arm thruster, we'll be, again, switching back and forth, okay? I'll demo with the left arm. So you're gonna be here, you're gonna drop, squat, press, okay? And then the last exercise is a Turkish Get Up. Now, I'll just start to roll through it here, but the key thing is you don't wanna make this a straight on sit up. You wanna use the opposite arm for help, okay? And use that to your advantage. So, whatever arm is holding the weight, that leg is bent, my opposite leg is straight. I'm gonna firmly plant my left hand to the ground. I'm gonna kind of roll at an angle, continuing to drive up to the ceiling, looking up at my dumbbell the whole time. I'm gonna drive my hips, sweep my leg through, come up, stand, back down, and reverse that entire motion right there, okay? Now, again, that movement, I highly suggest that most of your warm-up be focused on that one, just because there's so much coordination to that one, okay? And that could be in a completely independent video in itself of just that movement, okay? But for now, I'll do the best to kind of give you guys the best view of that one, and we'll go through, all right? So, here we go. 4 movements, 8 reps on each side, and then we'll rest at the end, okay? Let's rock and roll. Let's get our tunes going. All right, single arm snatch. I'm gonna be facing this way so you guys can get a profile view of what's going on. All right, here we go. I'll do left arm first, 8 reps. Going back to the left for an overhead reverse lunge. Whatever arm holds, that leg will travel back. Arms. Alright, so now we're going to go into Turkish Get Up. If you can, try to stay with 8 reps on the whole side and then switch to the other, okay? This is where it gets tedious. Switch it up, 8 reps. All right, so forgot to start the watch there with that left arm snatch. Now, what this turns into is a very long set. Okay, so this was 434. If I add about 20 seconds for that first 8 reps, we're probably looking at just under 5 minutes. Now, because the circuit takes so long, you'll probably want to increase your rest time here. Okay? Don't be afraid to do it 1-to-1. Meaning, if it takes you 5 minutes to do that circuit, give yourself 5 minutes. As you can see, I'm pretty winded here. A lot of stabilizing going on, a lot of accumulation effect going on. So, if you're doing a shorter circuit where maybe you're doing 6 reps on each, or you're just not doing the Turkish get ups at all, you just do those 3, you're probably looking at closer to 90 seconds. So that's where you can kind of work again, 1-to-1 work to rest ratio, go 90 seconds or 60 seconds. Now, general rule, when it comes to these complexes, whether you're using 1 dumbbell, 1 kettlebell, 2 kettlebells, or 2 dumbbells, okay, here's the rule, 3 to 6 rule. 3 to 6 sets, 3 to 6 reps. Generally, and then that's for your sets, the number of times you go through it, 3 to 6. And then for the actual other movements, you can go as high as 10. I would never go above 10 reps on these things, okay? So for now, like today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit 2 more rounds. You guys won't see that, okay? But what you guys are looking for is you guys are gonna do 3 sets or 3 series, if you will, 8 reps on each movement. Those sets take some time, okay? So from there, just give yourself the adequate rest. Think about focusing on the time you have to work, let your body fully recover, and then get back into it, okay? A general progression here, I'd rather see people actually go up in volume, either repetition and sets, than weight. Perfect example. Let's just say you do 3 sets of 6, and you just do the snatch, the lunge, and the thruster, okay, with 1 dumbbell. 6, 6, okay? Second exercise, 6, 6. Third exercise, 6, 6, okay? Week after week, or every time you go back to that, just bump the reps up by 1 or 2, okay? Depending on how you're feeling. If it's really easy, go ahead and bump it up by 2. Once you're able to do 3 sets of 10, I'd rather see you go back down to maybe 6 reps, or maybe even 8, and then add a 4th set, okay? Again, you can also increase the movements to make this harder. So again, kind of following that 3-6 rule, right? If you're doing 3 to 6 sets for 3 to 6 reps, for 3 to 6 movements, if you do the math on that, you can have as little as 3 reps on each movement for 3 sets, okay? And only do 3 movements, as high as 6 movements, 6 reps on each one for 6 rounds. You guys start to do the math on that. The volume gets much, much, much bigger, much faster, okay? So be very, very conservative with your progressions, okay? And then once you're able to really just kind of knock out, I would say just the general rule for these circuits, 4, maybe 5 rounds, okay? And you're knocking out 10 reps, that's when go ahead and make your bump up in weight. Especially when you're working with dumbbells and kettlebells, just going a 5-pound jump, it's only 5-pound jump, but percentage-wise, as far as total volume, it's a big increase. So it's more important for you to be able to control the volume and recover easily from it, not only from your workout, but from set to set, than it is to go chasing a weight, okay? So stay consistent, stay smooth, and again, the key thing is just to constantly move. If you have to set your weight down throughout the middle of the circuit and stop and catch your breath, you're doing too much, or you're too heavy, or you're doing too many reps, okay? Too much weight, all right? So give that complex a shot. They're fantastic for great conditioning. They're fantastic for short and sweet workouts. You can get them done in less than, including a good warm-up, you can get this knocked out in 20 minutes or less, okay? And as far as that post-exercise oxygen consumption, fancy word for that is called EPOC. This is great for ramping up the metabolism, maintaining lean muscle mass, and helping your metabolism stay high so you guys can help burn fat, stay lean, and then stay healthy and stay in shape, all right? Stay strong, stay fit. Thank you, Carrots Club.